He's a Carlton man. He's a Carlton man. I don't think there's any doubts about that. Our fans know that, our members know that, club knows that, Matty knows that. He's a Carlton man.
Yeah, so it's been obviously on my mind for a few months now.
Obviously a great club down here. We've had a lot of success through the years and obviously great supporters and that.
There's another name that comes back into the side who's been out for a very long time. How's one Matthew Kreuzer feeling at the moment?
He's such a hero of this footy club and he's the heart and soul and just gave it his all. And after he told me, I actually googled his highlights and watched a bit of it.
I saw some on the Carlton social media the other day, and the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
It's Kreuzer! Kreuzer gets the goal! Carlton back in and Kreuzer's kicked two!
The time's right to hang the boots up and move on to the next phase of life. All right, boys, you probably all know. I leaked it a little bit so I didn't have to do this. But I'm hanging the boots up. 13 years, gave it everything. Would have been nice to keep going, but yeah, I'm cooked. The mind can't do what the body wants to do anymore, so would have been good to stick around because I really believe we're going somewhere. It's going to be good to watch.
I've got to be honest with you, my eyes weren't dry. He's been such a soldier for this football club, and the feats on field are unbelievable, but for me, he's an amazing human being.
He leads by example. He's the most genuine bloke I've probably ever come across.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of him. He's been one of the finest players I've played with. He's always probably been a heart and soul player for the Blues. You always stand tall or stood taller with him playing next to you, so he'd be sorely missed.
Yeah, it was pretty emotional, to be honest. Kreuzer has helped me so much to this point in my career, and we were doing some vision, and afterwards he just told me he was going to hang up the boots, and it's a bit sad. He's such a hero of this footy club, and he's the heart and soul and just gave it his all.
Follow-up workers for that ruckman. He is invaluable for the Carlton players around the ball.
Kreuzer to 50, he's gone all the way!
I've been here since I was 18 and the club's become my second home. I've met some fantastic people along the way. Yeah, I can't thank the footy club enough for sticking by me. There's been some up and down moments the whole way, but I've loved every minute of it, and yeah, it's something I'm going to miss.
How many players, Kreuzer, you could say that, a bit like what Stevie was saying there, but give absolutely everything every game and you've given that your whole career, and you don't play with many guys like that, and you're one of them, so just well done, mate. Everything, you've given the body to the footy club, and you're the tractor, work so hard, and we're going to miss you around the place. The one-on-one chats, and I know the rehab boys would have loved you this year. They're going to miss you now as well. So all the better for Kobe and Al, but they're going to miss you. Thanks.
I think one of those players, Frank, that very rarely comes by. I think every time I played with you, I always stood taller because I knew you were leading from the front. Probably one of the best things you ever said to me was my first game as captain. You take me on the back and said, "I'm right behind you, mate. I believe in you." And for you to say that as someone I respect enormously, I think top few blokes I play with that I knew every week you're going to give your all. And the club means a lot to you. I think you've given so much more than what you could have in the end. Like you have nothing in the tank. It's a real honour to be able to play with you, to call you a mate. I think unfortunately some of the boys here haven't had the chance to play with you, but I think everyone do yourselves a favour and look up some of his highlights. They're not flashy goals or all the sexy things, hitting body after body.
I said yesterday that was probably one of my finest moments when captain the club and someone that I respected enormously and respect enormously as a footballer and person, knowing that he had my back. Yeah, that was pretty special, and he doesn't say too much, but that was something that certainly sticks out.
Yeah, we played a lot of footy together, and there's still a few other boys that have sort of gone before my time that I love playing with. So, but those three, I've loved it since day one. We've had some great games, and going to share some memories that some of those close games that we won and got over the line. So, yeah, I'm sure we'll catch up for a few beers every year.
They're always tough days, seeing guys retire, and in my opinion, it's the best thing you can do in the world. It's the greatest job you can have in the world. And when I see people retire and can no longer live that dream, it always has a bit of an impact. But especially for someone who's as grand as Matty Kreuzer. Well, I feel privileged to have been able to be connected to Matty Kreuzer in some way. His development over that time, not only from a football point of view, but the ability from a mindset point of view to deal with so many challenges that he's had.
Kreuzer the fly from behind. Kreuzer's got it. He was there all day. That's what had to go.
That'll lift the Carlton fans in. He's been out for such a long time. The #1 draft pick, of course, from a few years back.
Listen to the Carlton fans for the first time all year.
True. This is normally the last thing that comes online, and that's your judgment in the air when you miss so much footy.
Matthew Kreuzer, welcome back to the big time, son. In he comes. The kick is on its way. And the #1 draft choice puts it right through the middle. And Carlton are back in action at the MCG.
Well, look at all the Carlton teammates get over to Matty Kreuzer. They would have seen all the work he's done for the last 18 months.
I grew up watching him and fortunate enough to come to the same club as him, and then he's become a bit of a mentor for me. And yeah, I just feel really fortunate to be able to, be mates with him and for him to be able to teach me things every week. Hopefully, he does stick around and helps out still, but we'll see how we go. I'll try and convince him to stay, but we'll see how we go.
Mate, his growth has been massive. His intent to get better has always been there, regardless of whether it was the start of his career or just recent times. He's still been looking to get better. He's as courageous a player as I've seen. His intent for the ball, his intent for the contest was second to none.
Inside the forward 50, Kreuzer uncontested.
You can guess who's got it. Kreuzer from 42 metres, the sealer. And he gets it.
I did know that I was getting booed, but I took a mark, so I quickly figured out what it was. But as I said, it felt pretty special when I could hear that. And it's just our supporters are very passionate, and I thank him for that.
Kreuzer. They've been waiting a year to use that noise there, the Carlton fans.
Hear the crowd calling his name.
Yeah, look, I just want to say thanks to all the supporters. You always sort of had my back, and that is one thing I'm going to miss. Obviously the noise that you guys make when I'm doing something good, so it's nice to hear. But that's the special things, and I'll always remember that when I look back at my career. And obviously that first time you put the jumper on and you run out, that's pretty special. Getting the name on the locker in the change rooms, you look around and see the other names on the lockers and sort of pinch yourself that your name's alongside some of them. It's one thing I really enjoy. I don't say much around the group, but just sitting back in the change rooms and hearing the banter and all the boys, it's one thing I'm going to miss. Murph, Simo, Ed, sort of been a few boys a long time and had some great memories along the way, and really enjoyed it, and look forward to sitting back now and having a beer and watch us keep going.
One of my favourite players to play with. You just know what you're going to get, and he was such a talent. Unfortunately, he's got so many bad injuries over the journey, but he just kept on putting his head down and his bum up and just kept on working hard and just tried to represent the Navy Blue the best way that he knew how, and he certainly did that.
Look, I'll miss seeing those highlights. I'll miss him willing himself into a contest, but I think most of all I'll just miss an amazing human being.
Carriage hand pass is okay. Kreuzer, become a hero! Become a hero! And he has!
His body's been through a lot. This footy club's asked your body to go through a lot as well. So we want to appreciate everything that you've done. I read something before, going to miss his first, second, third, fourth to 100th effort, and it was a bit of a gag, but that's how you played, mate. You just gave it all, every contest, every opportunity you got. And as much as he says he was quiet, he's always taken it in. And when he speaks, boys, the guys listen to you, mate, and the impact you're having at the moment has been super. You've given this club a lot. I hope this club has given you a lot as well in terms of joy, and going forward, I hope we give you a lot more as well, being a blue bagger for life, mate. So well done, great effort, and it's been a pleasure working with you, and the way you've gone about it. I reckon every player in this room has learned in some way.